Hi, Jackie Van Ruller here from the Mind Body Beauty Institute, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about ankle injuries. And this might be a broken ankle, it might be ligament and tendon damage, a sprain or a strain, or anything having to do with the ankles. We're going to be talking about the emotional side of that, and then different areas on your face that you can work to help it to heal faster, feel better, and have less pain. So get out your detectors. If you don't have a detector, you can use the side of your finger. You could use a metal crochet hook. Preferably, I prefer something that's metal because your nervous system conducts electricity and you want something that's going to do that for you. So we're going to get started here right underneath of the lower lip. And this is a spot specifically this is more for the calf. And it's also a diuretic spot. So if you're tending to have a lot of swelling within your ankles, this will help that swelling to decrease. Then moving down here, we get to about the ankles. And the whole chin is related to the feet. So we're going to work the whole feet too, because anytime you have an ankle injury, it's going to affect those feet. Just working this whole area underneath the mouth. Generally, you want to work the same side that you have the injury, unless the injury is prolonged, and then it can switch to the opposite side. But we're always going to work both sides, because if you have an injury on one side, your other side is going to compensate for it. So both sides are going to end up being sore and tender and being used incorrectly. We want to bring that back to balance as soon as possible. Just work on this whole area. What you're doing is looking for lumps and bumps. And when you find a spot that's more lumpy or bumpy than the others, you're going to stay there about 10 to 15 seconds. So I'm finding a little lump here. And then you're going to move on. You can overwork a spot, and you don't want to do that because it can undo the good work that you've done. So now that we've worked the ankle spot on the face, we want to move to the ankles on the forehead. So I'm going to put on my headband so you can see better what I'm doing and see it in relation to the entire forehead. So the whole feet and ankles come from the inner brow all the way up the forehead. So this is actually the legs. So here we're going to have the feet, ankles, calves, knee, and then the thighs going up to the low back and hips. So coming in here, we're just going to work this whole area on the inner brow, looking for any lumps and bumps. And generally when you have an injury, it's going to show up either more on the face or more on the forehead. Whichever area you're feeling it at more is the area you're going to want to work consistently. You can do this for an injury. You can work for up to 4 times a day, but again, less each time is a little bit better than overdoing it. So if I find a lump and bump, I'm going to work it for about 15 seconds and then move on. And again, we're going to work that other side as well. Just getting in there. I found a little lump and bump right here, so I'm just working it a little bit longer. Then I'm going to move on. So if your injury is related to a bone, such as a broken bone or bone spurs or anything like that that's going on, we're going to want to work our kidney points, because our kidney points filter our blood. And so they make sure that our blood has plenty of minerals to remineralize our bones and keep them nice and strong. And so we're going to find those from the corners of our mouth, going up to our forehead and down a little bit. You'll feel an area where you can fit your fingers in there. There might be a little divot, and those are going to be the kidney areas. I always like to go gentle on the right-hand side because it can heat you up. So if you tend to get hot, or you're running a fever, or as a woman, if you're having hot flashes, you just want to work this side briefly. And then the left side is the side that everybody should work every day. It has to do with your energy, and your brain power and your ability to focus and concentrate, and then also just strengthening those bones, strengthening your teeth, and also improving the color and thickness of your hair all comes from the kidneys. Next, we're going to work the kidney spots on the face as well. So these are going to be right in here. And we have this spot right in the center of the bottom of the nose. This is called the point of vitality, the gate of vitality. And this is a spot that specifically purifies and enhances the blood. So we definitely want that blood nice and healthy and strong, providing nutrients and oxygen for bone healing. And then we're going to come to the liver spot on the right-hand side of the face. I know the video is probably opposite, looking opposite to you, but it's on the right-hand side of the face, in line with the bottom of the nose and directly underneath the eyes. I like to just support this area with my hands. And the liver is going to hydrate and moisturize your ligaments and tendons. So if your ankle injury or sprain is due to tension in the ligaments and tendons, this will be a really great spot for you to work. And if you're having an ankle injury, one of the things that can happen is your ankles don't get a lot of blood flow, and so we want to work our pericardium spot to improve circulation. So we're making sure we're getting plenty of blood to that injury, and that area is going to be underneath the eyes, underneath the outer eye. So just working right in here, getting all that circulation going down to our ankles, plenty of blood flow down there. This spot also decreases anxiety, and anxiety can affect the strength and nutrition within your blood, because a lot of times when you're feeling anxious, you don't breathe well, you don't get good blood flow to your body. So with this, we're going to be increasing circulation and also increasing feelings of anxiety, which you may have when you get an injury. Am I ever going to heal? Your mind can go to many different places for sure. And then we're going to finish up by working in front of or around the ear. So you can just go up and down the front of the ear. And that sets that formula in and helps to return your body to balance if you have any, if you've overworked a point or underworked a point. And then you can also come around the back side of the ear, so down the front, around the back, and do little circles. And this improves lymphatic drainage through your face and neck, helping you to just calm and relax yourself, allowing yourself to go with the flow. And it shows up on your face as a nice bright complexion. Hope that you enjoyed this. Please comment if you tried it and let me know if you noticed a reduction in pain or more flexibility over time. Again, with an ankle injury, this is something you're going to want to do probably a couple times a day, up to 4 times a day until your ankle injury is healed. And they can be one of the more difficult injuries to heal just because they are so far from the heart, and we are walking on our feet all the time, and so it's hard for them to just do all the healing that they need to do. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the comments below if you need to purchase a tool, or if you're interested in registering for classes or just hearing more about the offers I have. I have several free classes to get you started with facial reflexology if you have not been practicing that yet and you want to get started. I invite you to enjoy those. I will see you soon.